Yes, now everything is completed and he will be here in any minute. I was done making breakfast for me and my husband Jungkook. Now I was waiting for him to come downstairs so that we can eat together. It's already 8. Why he isn't coming down? And also we are getting late. What should I do? Should I go and check? Yeah, it will be better. And what if he scold me for coming? But I can't leave it, right? He was never late before, and it's better if I check. After hesitating for a while, you went towards Jungkook's bedroom. Well, you all must be wondering what does it mean by his bedroom, not ours, right? So let me tell you everything now. I am Park Wa-an. Oops, sorry, now Jung Wa-an, wife of Jungkook. He is 4 years older than me. Our marriage isn't love marriage. Like other couples, it's an arranged marriage by our parents. Jungkook is my dad's best friend's son. My dad saw him from his childhood. He likes him a lot. Jungkook's behavior, his respect towards elders, and how silent he is, everything. And after he grown, he have chose his profession as teaching. And now he became professor in college fastly, and he is very talented. My dad decided that if I marry a person like Jungkook and a professor, I will be happy with him. And his parents also love me a lot, so they fixed our marriage. Jungkook couldn't deny it because he never disobeyed his dad's words. For me, I didn't deny it also because I had crush on him from almost 10 years. I still remember how I used to bunk my classes to watch his basketball competitions, his boxing match, and so on. I never got courage to confess my feelings for him. Although we are married, we both sleep in different rooms and giving each other personal space. From childhood only, he is so cold. He doesn't even talk to me that much. We never had a proper conversation, except short replies. I went upstairs and stood in front of his door and took a deep breath before I knocked on the door. He said, "Come in," so I entered his bedroom. When I went inside, I saw Jungkook is keeping some files and papers in his bag, and I stood in front of him and said, "Jungkook, breakfast is ready. Come down to eat." I said, and he didn't respond it, like every time, and I stood there for some time and about to go, but I saw his first button of his shirt is broken and he is unable to button it. "Jungkook, if you don't mind, I can help you to sewing the button again." Then he looked at you for 2 minutes silently and said, "You know how to sew buttons?" "Yes, I know. Remove your shirt and give. I will sew it in 2 minutes and I will give back to you," you said while smiling, but he looked at you coldly and you were waiting for his reply. "Jungkook, what happened? You want me to sew it or not?" "Yes, I want. But can't you sew it while the shirt is on my body itself? Because I'm getting late. I don't have that much time to remove it and give it back to you," he said, and you widen your eyes and your cheeks turned red. "Van, where you lost? Sew it fast. I'm getting late," he said and came towards you and stood in front of you. And you went fastly and brought the sewing kit and kept the thread in the needle and went closer to him. You noticed that Jungkook was much taller compared to you, so you lifted your leg to reach his level, but still he is more height than you, and you are short to reach his level. "It's okay if you can't do it," he said in cold tone as he wanted to go out fast. "No, I can do it. I have an idea," you said and climbed on the bed and bent towards Jungkook and started sewing it. You are standing at the edge and closer to him. Van, what are you doing? Stop looking at me and concentrate on what you're doing, he said in cold tone, and you felt embarrassed. Finally, you completed sewing and now you are searching for the scissor to cut the thread, but you didn't find it. Why are you taking so much time? I can't wait for you here till evening. Do it fast, he said somewhat in anger tone, and you thought it's better not to waste time for searching for scissor, so you thought it's better to cut the thread with your teeth. Jungkook, it's completed. He got out of his thoughts and looked at your eyes and lips for some time, and he fastly grabbed his bag and tie and went out of the room while leaving you there alone. Jungkook, go after eating breakfast, you said, but he didn't listen to your words and went from the house. You felt sad as he went without eating, and after that you packed your books in bag and went to college before you get late for college. You are sleeping on your friend's shoulder as it's the last class and you are exhausted very much. Yeah, and wake up. Professor will come here in any moment. Please, 5 more minutes, Sam. You were sleeping peacefully when you heard a familiar deep husky voice. You open your eyes in shock. Who the hell is sleeping in the class? After listening the voice, you quickly open your eyes and saw Jungkook is standing near the board with an angry face. He is looking at you very angrily. Miss, if you want to sleep, then you can go out of my class. I won't allow sleeping in between the class, he said by shouting, and you stood silently, and you are very surprised to see him in your class, even though he teaches in the same college of yours, but he doesn't teach for your class. Sorry, sir. Now sit, don't sleep like that again, or else I will give you detention, he said and started teaching you. Hello everyone, I am Mr. Jung. I'm math professor. In absence of Mr. Lee, I'm taking your class. So let's start the class. Jungkook is teaching the class without stopping and you are getting bored and sleep as you don't like this subject. You looked at the Sam, he is listening carefully, and then you parted and started seeing towards the board. Hey Sam, hey listen. You slowly whispered to Sam and slowly he got close to you while seeing the board. What happened, Anne? What you want? Do you have something to eat? I'm hungry. Let me see in my bag. Here, take this, he said and gave you the chocolate, and you took it happily and started eating the chocolate under the desk. You were eating chocolate happily, but your happiness ruined by Jungkook's shout. Miss, what are you doing under the desk? Come up, he said while coming towards your desk, and you widened your eyes. Oh my god, how did he saw me? If he see me eating like this, he will scold me very badly. What should I do now? You looked here and there for some time and you fastly kept the chocolate in Sam's pocket. You miss, now get up. What are you doing down? He said in very cold and angry voice, and you slowly got up after swallowing the chocolate. Sir, what happened? Why are you here? You said well, smiling awkwardly as nothing happened. Miss, I'm asking what are you doing down there without listening to the class? he said angrily, but you smiled and showed the pen. Sir, my pen fell down. I'm just picking it up. Then he raised his one eyebrow and looked at you angrily. If you are taking pen, then white chocolate is there around your lips. Stop it. I have said clearly before only. If you don't want to stay in my class, you can go out. He said while shouting, and you flinched when he suddenly raised his voice. I'm leaving you because it's my first time in your class. If you do that again, I will give you severe punishment and I will cut your project marks. He said while shouting at you in anger, and tears were rolling down from your eyes. And when he saw your tears in your eyes, he stopped shouting and he lowered his voice. Now sit down. Don't do that again, he said while going towards the board, and then after some time bell rang as it's the last class. You packed your bag and went out fastly while crying a little, and he looked at you silently. Hey Van, wait for me. I'm coming. I will drop you home, Van. Jungkook saw Sam running behind you and he also took his books and went to his cabin. I shouted on her again. What can I do when she eat in middle of class? Not as a husband but as a professor I should scold her. It's my duty. But at home I should stop being cold and shouting on her. I know she feels bad about that, but I'm unable to change my behavior. It's my nature to be cold from childhood. Even though I will be cold to her, but I love her very much. Yes, I love, but I don't know how to express my feelings to her with my coldness. Whenever we comes closer, without knowing only, I will shout at her and hurt her feelings. Morning also, when she is sewing my shirt, when she stood closer to me, my heart was beating very fastly, and little my ears also turned red. I felt shy and unknowingly I shouted on her. I'm like this only. Dump. I love her but I can't express my feelings to her. But I will try to change myself to her. He was in his thoughts and then he got message from Sam that he dropped you home. Sam is your childhood best friend and Jungkook also know him and he trusts him. And Sam always tell Jungkook that where are you and what are you doing. You cried a lot after coming back. I hate you, Jungkook. I will never talk to you again. I guess it's only me who wants to save this marriage. You never loved me. You always scolded me. You fell asleep in couch while crying. You woke up while rubbing your swollen eyes with your palm, and you saw that it almost 12 a.m. Also, it's snowing outside. You check his bedroom to know he came or not, but his room is empty and he didn't came back. It's too late now. Why he isn't back yet? He never come home late. Is he okay? Wait, why I should even care for him? He isn't a child. He can take care of himself. You are getting more worried about him.